everyone, it's time of the year again. It's December, right? So everybody know what it's coming up. It's Christmas time. So I'm going to cook some festive dishes that is suitable for Christmas party for the next few weeks. So for today, we're just going to bring you to cook a very simple dish, a hearty, wholesome soup dish that we call them the spicy clam and potato chorizo dish. And then it will be a little bit tangy because we'll be adding some lemon juice inside. So I think this dish is a very suitable dish to kick off your Christmas party, like as your starter or as your appetizer. And not only that, we will also have some sourdough to go with the soup, so to make it a little bit more wholesome. So let me introduce you the ingredient that we're going to use for today. Alright, so here are the ingredients that we're going to use for today. Alright, the key ingredient is actually the clam. So this is actually boiled clam that has already been boiled. You are free to also use fresh clam, but if you are using fresh clam, remember to soak it with salt water for about 2 times to remove all the sand. So what I did was I actually buy frozen clam. So this is boiled frozen clam. So don't worry about the sand. So all the sand has been removed already, and then it has been pre-boiled. So this is very easy to use, a very good ingredient to use if you are rushing for time. And then I'm also using some chorizo. I have diced the chorizo into small little dice it up. Alright, so same for the potato. Remove the skin and then dice the potato. Red bell pepper, I have also cubed the red bell pepper, about half an onion, lemon, and also some garlic. Yeah, and we also, another key ingredient is we are using this bean. This is like your white bean. Yeah, if you do not like this white bean, you can substitute it with some kidney bean. That is fine as well. This is to make it a little bit more wholesome. So we need about half a can of this white bean, and we need chicken broth. Seasoning wise, I'm using salt. I like pink salt. Yeah, so sometimes I'll use pink salt in cooking. You can use fresh oregano leaves or dried one. If it is a dry, you just use 1 tablespoon, but if it is fresh oregano, use about 2 tablespoons worth of oregano leaves. Alright, as the name says that it's a spicy clam soup, right? So we need some grounded chili or chili flakes, just a little bit to give the heat. And then we need some smoked paprika. So if you cannot buy smoked paprika, right, it's also okay to just use the normal paprika. Yeah, so these are the ingredients that we're going to use for today. And not forgetting, we are also using sourdough bread. So this is optional, but I like to dip this inside my soup. Yeah, and then this will actually make a whole a main meal. So for the coming weeks, we are also going to teach showcase also other Christmas dishes that you can cook for this season. Yeah, so do stay tuned as well for our upcoming videos. Alright, so now I'm just going to toast my bread. So I'm throwing this into the oven. I'm using a fan with oven fan mode, and then top and bottom oven just about 180 degrees, not too hot. Alright, and I'm just going to do this for about 10 to 15 minutes. Alright, so we're going to start cooking all the ingredients that we prepared just now. Heat up your stove. So I'm going to heat up my pan with some olive oil, about 2 tablespoons of olive oil. We're going to fry the chorizo first, then followed by the onion. Put in the chorizo. Right, so let's pan fry the chorizo a little bit before we add in the onion and the garlic. So now we can add in the onion. Once you stir fry the chorizo for about a few minutes, like 2 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes, then you can throw in your onion. So let's wait for the onion to turn a little bit transparent before we add in the other ingredient. So one good thing about cooking this dish is also very simple, because I think in less than 20 minutes you can have the whole dish cooked already. Right, so I'm gonna throw in the garlic now. So let the flavor of the garlic and the onion come out first before we add in the rest of the ingredient. Yeah. But make sure that you don't burn the garlic, otherwise your soup would actually taste a little bit bitter. Alright, now you can see the onion and the garlic starting to brown a little bit already. Yeah, after a few minutes of stir frying. So we can actually add in the red bell pepper. And also the potato. Yeah. Give it a good stir fry. And then I'm gonna add the seasoning. Right, I need about half teaspoon of paprika. So over here, I'm actually using smoked paprika, yeah. So about half a teaspoon. Chili pepper, I'm using chili pepper, about 1/4 teaspoon. Otherwise, it will be too spicy. So depending on how spicy you like your soup, yeah. So control your chili pepper. Oregano, I need about 1 tablespoon of oregano. So you can use fresh oregano also. 1 tablespoon. I'm going to stir fry it first. Alright. So this is to make sure that all my ingredient is flavorful. Yeah. So I'm just going to add in a little bit of salt, just a pinch of salt. Yeah. Salt at this stage, right, is to actually season this ingredient. Make sure that they are tasty before I add the broth actually. Right. So now I'm gonna add the broth and then let it continue to cook. So about 2 cups of broth. Alright. One cup is about 250 ml. So 2 cups is about 500 ml. So for me, this chicken broth that I'm using is 1 liter size. So I'm gonna use half a pack. So the beans and the white beans, I'm gonna add in later. Right. So this is how the beans look like. So the bean and the clam, because both are cooked already, so I don't want to throw it now inside, otherwise it will be overcooked, it will become very mushy. Cover it and then let it boil, and then we'll come back to look at it. Alright, after 15 minutes of cooking, it's time to check out our soup. Let's see. As long as the potato is soft, it's cooked, it's already done. Then we can add in the rest of the ingredient. We can add in the white bean and also the clam. Alright, and then let it boil. Stir it in. Okay. Mix it well. And then before you actually serve, taste to make sure that you have enough seasoning. Yeah, so the chicken stock, it's already fully salted. So yeah, so if it's a bit too salty, what I usually do is I'll just add a little bit of water. If it's too salty, you can just add a bit of water. So now the soup has boiled. We are ready to serve. Alright, the clam, the potato are cooked, the beans also, so this is a very wholesome soup that you can serve as a meal on its own or as a starter. So let's serve the dish now. Right, our dish is ready. So this is our spicy clam and chorizo soup. So looks very yummy. And then before we actually serve the dish, it goes very well with some sourdough. A very good starter dish for Christmas. Yeah, you have everything inside. So, and it's easy to make. You can make this dish in under 20 minutes. So keep a watch out for this space. We are going to show more Christmas dishes in the coming week. So do catch us on our YouTube channel or Market Fresh Facebook page. Alright, so see you again next week. Bye. Bye bye.